Welcome, welcome to Moonfire Studios. How is everyone today? I would super appreciate it if you would give us a like, subscribe, and hit that little bell notification so you don't miss anything cool from me. Hopefully it's cool. I think it's cool. You should think it's cool too. Anyway, today I am, for the very first time, using a jelly plate or gel plate or gel plate printing, which is too difficult to say. Anyway, um, it's taken me a long time. I've had these jelly plates hanging up in my studio for a while, and I thought, why not try them? They look really cool. Everybody makes these cool things with them. So I got out my Cougar 100-pound bright white paper cardstock, and I cut some into halves, some into quarters, and then I put my guillotine away and realized, oh yeah, I should have some paper to roll off the brayers onto, and for taking the paint layers off of the jelly press that I don't want to be on the final press, which hopefully that will make sense here in a few minutes. But yeah, so these are actually the brand Gel Press, and there's a little 3-pack with smaller ones in it, and you can tell it's new because I can't open it. The scrap paper is just a text weight paper that I have an abundance of, so nothing special there. And when these ones come out, they have two sides of the plastic covering to keep them nice and pretty. And one thing I do know about the gel presses is that you should never put your hands on them or stick them to things that aren't paper or some form of paper. Nothing with fibers. I don't think you can. Maybe you can use it on fabric. Huh. That's a neat try for the next time. Next time I will try it on fabric. Good question, everyone. But you should not put your hands on there because the oils from your fingers, I believe, will stay on there, and then you'll get fingerprints and more like a resist on your gel plate than should happen. And I've got 3 rollers, and I'm just going to use all of them throughout to see which one works better. And I've got some metallic acrylic paints. And you'll have to excuse my paints. I don't have very many of the acrylic paints because even though I'm an artist, I prefer oils and watercolors. I really don't like using acrylics too much for my paintings. Even on if I just make a card or something, I don't really like using the acrylics on there because they're very thick. So the ones that I have are for home deco projects like painting wood trays and boxes and whatnot, things of that nature. And so I'm trying to figure out where to start. And for some reason, these plates made me apprehensive. I can put colors and paints and inks on canvases all day long. But I think because it was clear and shiny, I wasn't quite sure what to do with it. So I'm loading up the tiny brayer, and I don't usually use brayers on things either. I'm a paintbrush girl. So we're learning to go about this at the very same time. So I put a nice thick coat of the gold metallic on with the little tiny baby brayer, which I just thought was so cute. And my wonderful daughter went out and got me some leaves from just around the house. And I'm trying to figure out, do I want to put it right side up? Do I want to put it upside down? So I thought, my way of thinking is the veins are more prominent on the back side. So I put that side down because that's what I really wanted to see. And I wasn't sure if I should use my hand or another brayer. So throughout the video, I kind of used a little bit of both just to see what happens and how it works. So, yeah. And here's my first lift off. Now that's the scrap paper, so I'm getting rid of everything outside of the leaf that I want printed on. Which I was super happy about that. That was great. Yay! Okay. Now, to take the leaf off, can I do it? I did it! And I was going to print it back to the inside of the scrap piece, but I really liked the gold on the actual leaf, so I'll use that in a project somewhere. And then you're supposed to make sure that each layer is completely dry before you put the next layer on. So I'm using an older turquoisey color. Again, I don't know which brayer to use, so I'm just going to try this one, I think. And a lot of people will put the paint actually on the jelly plate or gel plate, whatever you want to say. But I was afraid of having a blop, like a hard blop, and it not moving around from that spot as well as I wanted it to. So that's why I put my paints on the little glassine palette piece that I made. So I'm coating it completely because from what I've seen previously, I don't think you're supposed to see through it. I'm not sure. And I didn't go and watch any videos before this one because I just don't have enough time. I get to watch I seriously only watch like maybe 4 or 5 people now. And that's over breakfast and right after dinner. So, yeah. If I used to watch you before and I don't right now, sorry. And there's a lot of rubbing involved. I like the big brayer. It's really fun to use, and it worked well for going over the paper. Oh, the big reveal! Yay! I was so happy with this one. I was so pleased with myself and like, yeah, that's so cool. I did it on the first try. I think it's wonderful. It looks so cool. I'm so happy. And then the next one. I'm going to try this little oval one now. And then every time that I put them back, I did stick the plastic sheeting back onto the other side to help to keep it clean. And you're supposed to put them back inside the plastic container that they come in, or packaging, so that they stay flat. Now, I'm trying some, like I said, I don't have that many acrylic type paints. So I have tempera paints. Oh, and the brayering off onto the scrap paper was sometimes more pretty than the actual print. Okay, so I'm trying different things here. So I pick up the green tempera paint, whoosh, and I don't know if you noticed or not, but my brayer slid. So I'm not certain if I'm supposed to do something beforehand, and there you can see it beads right up. So I'm immediately like, this is gonna be crappy. I try it anyway, because I don't have any other paints. Well, I do, but you'll see those in a little bit. So I'm brayering it off, trying to give it some time to dry slightly before I use the scrap and get the outside stuff. And I don't know if I was supposed to wipe it off or not. So I did, but then I made sure it was really, really dry. You can see on the plate that it's just beat it all up. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to use the brayer to hopefully smush some things. And I'm applying even pressure, not too much pressure, but to where it like smushes in. And there's the reveal for that one. And then I pull the leaf off. Okay, it could possibly work, right? Maybe. One would hope. But it's still really, really wet. So, I take what's on the leaf, and that one I do put it in the middle of the first excess lift. I don't know what to call it. Do you guys know what to call it? Rubbing? I'm not sure. So anyway, I thought that looked cool, so I set it aside to dry, and I'm trying forever to get this leaf to dry on here, and it's not drying. So I thought, well, I'll go over it with the silver, and I don't know what the difference is. I shook it. I swear I shook it, you guys. But it just would not, the silver would not thicken up. And then my little nut came off the screw on the brayer, so I'm like, what the heck? So I thought, well, maybe if I sop some of this liquidy silver up with these little stem pieces, and it might make a neat effect behind the leaf in the print. So I try that. I don't know if I want to fold that over or not. So I keep all of the off prints. We'll call them off prints. That sounds really cool, right? So I take the scrap paper and try to do an off print of this one. And there's more rubbing. You can see how liquidy the silver paint is. It actually came through the scrap paper. I mean, I know it's text weight paper, but it's actually not that thin of stationary weight. And you actually saw my what the crap moment there. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'll do another off print. Cleaned it off. Tempera paint. No, no, no. Don't use tempera paint. It's too liquidy. at the very least, that brand is too liquidy. So I have another brand of acrylic paints. They are older, but you know, they work just fine for other things. It's the Michaels brand craft paint. Whatever their generic brand that they went through. Which, you know, if you're happy with it, you're happy with it. I'm not, which is why I only use it for bases on things. So I used the other roller. And there's the green. It's a little bit better. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'm supposed to do something in between using these gel plates. You can see I'm like, it's still wet. It's still liquidy. But not as liquidy as the other paint, as the tempera paint. So, trying it out again. More rubbing with the off print. Haha, brayer time. Try that. I hope you guys don't mind my talking throughout this video. I decided to do it a little differently today with no music. And I didn't want to talk while I was making the video because I thought I might be too distracted in it being the first time. I'm just like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So just trying a little bit of everything. Now this is the same brand of paint in a purple. And here I decided to get creative. Purple and gold. So let's see what happens there. And anywho, if you guys wouldn't mind, I would love it if you went over on moonfirestudios.shop and check out what I've still got in there. I'm really trying to get rid of some things so I can put some new things in there because I need space in my house to store these guys, and they're just taking up too much room. So, yeah, there's my, what the crap, again. The first one came out so well, and then these ones are just like, take that, Cindy. You get one good one. So I'm trying different leaves. Going in with the purple first. If you guys do jelly printing, let me know what I'm doing wrong. That one just, I don't know what happened. But there's a little bit of purple on there. I was just like, I'm done with that one. No more. Let's try the rectangle. Because I thought, well, maybe it's the rounded edges. Who knows? It could be anything. I'm just pulling leaves out of places now. So anyhoozle, if you guys could go to moonfirestudios.shop, I would really, 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 really appreciate it. And let me know if you find anything. I do custom orders. The next custom orders will not be open until the end of August. So there's something to think about for maybe Christmas presents, Thanksgiving presents, Kwanzaa presents. I don't know if you do presents. Hanukkah presents. Oh, heck. A present. But right now, I do have free shipping on everything, including the giant handmade 3-volume botanical book set that has a bookcase that I made by hand from beginning to end. So, because I put everything on free shipping for a special sale. And now I can't get everything off of free shipping. I really like that last one, by the way. I think it has something to do with the gold paint. So I'm just too lazy to go back in right now because I don't have enough time to change all 68 items for their shipping to be back to the way they're supposed to. So, as a special website only sale, if you see something on there, free shipping. Includes international because I love everybody. So here I decided to get a little creative with the mini brayer. I'm doing purple and blue, and I forget that the purple is the wrong purple. It's the liquidy purple from the tempera paint, but that doesn't matter to me. So I just keep going in, and I tried it on the block, and look how thick that layer came out. I was really impressed with that. Like, oh, maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Who knows? So I'm super excited, doing the rubbing thing, lift it off. The crap, man. Well, fine. There's still stuff on there, so I'll just. And I'm happy I accidentally grabbed the cardstock because look, there's my gold leaf. So I thought, hey, that's a pretty cool one. I'm happy with that. So this is the next day, and you can see, I don't usually leave all my stuff laying out on my table like that because I have cats, and there is only one who's allowed to come down into the studio. His name is Saber. You may have seen him before, but he's a big, clunky black cat with lots of fur, and he's kind of silly, and he likes to jump up there. So I don't usually leave things out. But yeah, the other night I was just like, nope, I'm done. Going up to bed. Turned everything off, left it. And so that morning I was like, let's try the silver again. Maybe since it's had, its chance to, I don't know, sit upside down or whatever. But it never has thickened up. So I just kind of wiped it off. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to use a paper towel on a gel plate or not, but I was in that frame of mind where I was like, whatever. We've all been there, I'm sure. How many of you have? Admit it. Yep. So I went back in with the gold. I got the biggest leaf that my daughter had found for me. I stuck the end on there. And when I pulled it off, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Kind of looks like the hairline on a character. So I left it. And gotta dry it. Gotta make sure that layer is dry. I did find that out. And I went back in with the aqua turquoise color, which is a Deco Art color. And that was the only one of that brand that I had. And had because I used it all on here. So I think it's the paint brand, whether it's not so watery, and making sure that your layers are able to dry. And this is the biggest gel press plate that I have. And the little insert flyer thingy on the inside told me nothing. I finally figured out that you can open it and there's info in there. But it didn't really say anything or how to do anything or how to take care of it. So I went in with the gold. I really like this leaf cluster here. I thought that was really cool. And I decided to leave some of the gold on the negative space on the gel plate because I thought maybe it would look pretty. And I'm trying something different again here. I'm going over the plant with the brayer instead of automatically peeling the plant off because I thought, well, maybe that'll make the outline really cool. And then I have these texture scrapers. Those are from, let me think. I can't think. Faber-Castell. Haha. Yes. Is that what that says? I don't know. I can't read it. But I got those to use with the little crayon type thingy dooders. I forgot what those are called now. Anyway, moving on. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments. So I was pretty happy with that. I made little, little dooders all around it. And then I decided to come in with a purple background. So I didn't go very thick with that layer because I was afraid that it would be too watery and mess everything up underneath. So there's the big reveal. And I think it's pretty cool, actually. Super shiny. And there's the first one. Here they all are. And even though they're not completely perfect, like that one wasn't completely perfect, I still think it's cool. And you can always go over top of it with like a micron pen or something and outline everything, or you can take some watercolors and do watercolors in the open spaces. And here, see how these are there's the cool coated leaf, one of them. Super shiny. That would look really neat inside a specimen frame. And then, but there's the off prints where you're actually wiping or pulling the excess paint where you don't want it off of the gel plate. And I thought those were really super cool. And how cool would that be on a card or cutout? Use a die cut with it. I thought that was pretty cool. So there's my first foray into gel plate printing. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please give us a like and subscribe. And tell me in the comments if you've ever tried gel plate printing. And if you liked it, what you did differently. Give me tips and pointers, please. So, thanks for watching, everyone. I will see you the next time, and craft happy. Bye.